Hello, friends, and welcome back to my channel, Ever Evolving Emily. I am Emily. Thanks for joining us. There is a little mascot with me today. She's in the background sleeping, so we're going to let her sleep. But I wanted to talk today specifically about Whole30. I did a pretty lengthy video on my experience with nutrition and my background with it. No, I'm not a nutritionist. No, I'm not a doctor. I am a 200-hour yoga certified teacher, and what I like to talk about is simply what worked for me. So in this video, I'm literally going to be talking about why I love Whole30, my experience on it, and why I think it has so many benefits. So many benefits to help you on your fitness journey or your nutrition journey, and what works for your body, and really to help you discover what works for you. So first of all, what is Whole30? Whole30 is basically a 30-day reset for your body. And it's basically where you eliminate a bunch of food in order to start consuming whole foods that are really good for your body. And when we talk about eliminating the foods, it is fairly restrictive, but again, it's a short-term reset. And then once you've done the 30 days, you incorporate certain foods back into your body, and you can see how you really feel. I don't like to incorporate certain foods back into my body because basically I just discovered that how I really wasn't feeling good. And if you're in your life like really wanting to have more energy, better sleep, more vitality, and just feel good, I do think that Whole30 is one of the best things you can ever do for your body. It's also very anti-inflammatory, and I believe it can help you if you are dealing with like chronic pain or illness, things like that. Also, I just want to mention, no, I don't work for them. I'm not a coach for them. Again, I'm not a nutritionist or dietitian, although I really love geeking out on nutrition. It's something that became so passionate for me because I was so desperate to figure out what works for me, because I was so lacking in energy. I was so lacking in feeling good within my own skin and in my own body. So this is just one thing that really helped me on my journey. A friend of mine gave me the Whole30 book in 2015, and now Whole30 is so big. Like there's you can Google it. There's a website. There's I believe they actually have coaching now, and I know that they have different. I think they have different packages if you're a vegetarian or vegan. So there's just it has really expanded and grown since I first did it in 2015. In 2015, someone gave me a book, a very good friend of mine. She gave me the book, and I took it home with me, and I literally read it, and I said, I'm going to do this. And I really committed, and the results for me were phenomenal. I ended up losing like that little bit of like vanity weight that a lot of us want to get rid of, but also just so many health benefits. I was sleeping better. I had more energy. I was happier. My attitude was like just very positive. But that's not to say I didn't feel the struggle of what they explain, in this, what they explain as far as like what you're going to experience. What are you going to experience like days 1 to 5, 2 to 6, and then like by day 11, how do you feel? You might want to quit. But I promise you, by day 16, I had so much energy. I felt so good within my body. I was also walking a lot. I wasn't going to the gym back then. Or if I did, it wasn't consistent. I was just walking. So I was focusing on keeping my stress level down, and I was walking on a consistent basis, especially like on my lunch hour. There's a list of no's, and I almost know the list by heart at this point because I wrote it out so many times. No gluten, no dairy, no grains, no soy, no sugar, no fake sugars. So, but what it's going to do is help you to bring out and to get rid of all the inflammation in your body. So for me, that's actually number one. Number one benefit I'm going to go through like 5 or 6 maybe benefits of Whole30. So number one, it's anti-inflammatory. It's going to take out all the inflammation of your body. It may be you have joint pain, um, things like that. For me, I feel dairy causes joint pain for me. And even when I tried eating yogurt, I know Greek yogurt can be very good for you. Um, but when I tried to have like Greek yogurt and cottage cheese, unfortunately, even if I felt better, I felt inflammation. My feet could really feel it, especially in the morning. I would actually feel it in my hands. So it's just something to keep in mind. Number one, it's anti-inflammatory. Number two, it teaches you how to meal prep. I didn't really know how to meal prep, but I wanted to be set up for success. So I really started to teach myself how to meal prep. And, if I could make my vegetables, then all I have to really worry about is my protein. Or, it taught me how to grocery shop. And actually, believe it or not, I remember I was spending less money actually because the list of like what I wasn't buying anymore, my list of groceries actually shrank. I wasn't maybe buying that extra bag of chocolate chips, things like that. I actually felt like I was spending less money, and it taught me how to grocery shop. It taught me how to meal prep. It was such a huge desire on my heart to set myself up for success so I could really see, and feel and figure out, what foods I should and should not be consuming. Number three, oh, so it teaches you how to read your labels. In my nutrition video, I really talk about clean eating. So 1 to 3 ingredients. I believe and feel like Whole30 really teaches you how to, if you want to feel good, not eating processed foods, read your labels. If you're purchasing anything from a deli, ask them what they're seasoning, your food with. Ask them what's in it. Um, if I go to Whole Foods, I will ask them like, what is this? If I get like a piece of grilled salmon, what's in it? What are you seasoning it with? They will tell you. Is it just salt and pepper? Great. If so, I actually really do love to cook, and I like to cook my own food. I don't go out often, so for me, it gives me a lot of peace knowing specifically what is in the food, what is in my food, what is in my meal. Item number four is it's a challenge. It's a challenge. So if you like a challenge, then you might really enjoy Whole30. I have a friend and I love her so much, and she's always says this phrase to me, I challenge you. So maybe, when I'm trying to push myself further in something, or if I don't believe I can do it, I challenge you. So for me, I actually really loved Whole30 because it was a challenge and I really wanted to succeed in it. I really wanted that. And because I've been talking about it so much and because we're in the new year, I think I'm actually going to do it. I think I'm actually going to do it. It's been a couple years since I've done it. The last time I did it, I was preparing for a role in a film, and I wanted my health and my body to feel just like at its number one best. Like Whole30 is a challenge. It's a challenge. It takes 21 days to change a habit and 6 months to keep it. I actually really love doing challenges. Whole30 is a challenge. It is. But I believe you can do it, and then you'll, see how you feel. Number 5 on my list is that I think they tell you to take a break from the scale. Take a break from the scale. So for me, that was actually really hard because I do like to weigh myself every day. And on the opposite side of things, sometimes I felt like if I didn't weigh myself, sometimes I would actually like imagine the worst. So like my weight skyrocketing or something like that. So that one was kind of a harder one for me, believe it or not. But at the same time, I think if you take a break from the scale, you stop worrying about the number so much and you start to listen inward more. So you're listening inward, you're noticing how you feel. It is really teaching you like intuitive eating and being more intuitive with your body. How are you really feeling? I watch a lot of these influencers. You see somebody who's like super in shape, eating pizza and stuff. I'm not saying that's not possible, but I think just because you could doesn't mean that you should. And so I have gone through periods of time where like I was like, okay, I'm going to eat this or I'm going to eat that. Um, and I'm not, I just, even if I could eat certain things, I don't know that I should. It's like that phrase Jeff Goldblum uses in Jurassic Park. Yes, the original. Or just because scientists say you should doesn't mean that you could, or say you could doesn't mean that you should. So benefits that I feel that I personally did experience, improved energy, better sleep. I had definitely my food cravings were gone, and you're just not going to crave sugar. You're not going to crave sugar because you got rid of it out of your diet. It might take a moment, but you're not going to crave sugar anymore. Um, I had better focus. I did notice that I had like a reduced pain. If I had pain in my body, it was pretty much gone. If you're looking to, reset your diet, reset yourself, I think Whole30 is one of the best things you can do for your body. And yes, there's challenges within it, but I promise you, and I felt that once I was on the other side of it, I felt amazing. I felt so happy. I've noticed in my life, like when there's time, when there were like big chunks of time where I was suffering, like where I wasn't feeling good, I didn't have energy. My energy was super low. Like I wanted to go to the gym so bad, but my energy was lacking so much, and it didn't matter how positive I tried to be, or let's say I wanted good things to flow to me. I think that it was really hard for things to flow to me when I wasn't feeling good. The first step I always take, we feel a lot of pressure sometimes, or I felt pressure. I need to go to yoga. I need to go to the gym. I need to do this. I need to do that. I think that meal prepping is just as important, if not more important, because when I took the time to meal prep, and I might not go to the gym for like 10 days, if I'm really starting to focus in on Whole30, I might not go. I might go for walks, but I might not force myself to go to the gym because um, getting my diet down is more important to me. I do think it's really important to give yourself the nutrition that you need so that you can go to the gym on a regular basis, so that you have energy, so that you have the energy for life. So focus on your nutrition, see what works for you. And when you incorporate the other foods maybe back into your body, make note, have a little journal, have a little notebook, and start to really understand like how you're feeling, how you're feeling. And I think that will really help you with any of your fitness goals that you're working on, is to know, maybe you're blessed with like an amazing metabolism. I wasn't. And also I just felt growing up, I did not feel good a lot. And it's because we didn't know, we didn't know not to be like eating a lot of processed foods, or foods that have dye in them, or foods that have hidden ingredients in them. We just didn't know. So knowledge is power. I say, go for it, figure it out, and enjoy the process. I think that's something that gets left out. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the process of it. And I think it will also help you slow down, just slow down, find what works for you. I trust that this video helped you, and I wish you a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world.